shoes off with my team.
Oh, so cold, I swear my flow froze. All I need some G.
Listen, work a certain system as we travel the distance. Take me to another town, show them how we get down. So many taking credit for something they didn't earn. Jordan and Cedric gonna be the ones that make them learn. And those are real names.
Look, money is a major issue, so just know when I mention paper, I ain't talking about tissue.
Yes, y'all. What is up? Welcome back for another exciting episode of the Bus Stop, man. We out here chilling, you know what I mean? You know what it is. I'm your bus driver, Cedric Green. I got Statik over here. Gemini. If I forget on this show, I'm Gemini. Going to the alter ego.
Yes, sir.
What up, bro?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. It's been a long week since last week. I tell you that much.
Yeah, lots happened, definitely.
Yeah, right. Rolling to the NBA playoffs. We'll be talking Nuggets Clippers matchup. Saw some blowouts. And then we also, we got Coachella going on. We got some other events. So we'll be talking, Statik. We'll be talking Coachella, and we'll get into that and talk some music as well. So other than that, without further ado, you know how we do. We go ahead and kick it off. I kick it off with the promo. So we'll get this promo in really quick, and then we'll just jump right into the episode talking Nuggets. So guys, hit that like button, hit that share button. Please subscribe, and we will be right back. Yes, y'all know what it is. Man, what else, Statik, though? We got the Nuggets getting ready to go against the Clippers, man. This matchup, I remember when the Clippers, you know what I mean? That was like our Achilles heel, it felt like.
Yeah,
and then it felt like they were stopping us for a while, man. And then the bubble, I think that's when we finally broke through.
Yeah, it seems like it was kind of all of LA, honestly, just because it was Lakers that pretty much inevitably kept us out of the bubble and kicked us out in that first round. So getting over that hump in LA has been a big feat for Denver, and ever since we've kind of really taken it to them, and we hope to continue the same thing, that first game being this Saturday the 19th.
Yeah, man. And it's going to be a good one. It's at 1:30, so it's in the afternoon. They don't even think it's enough to be, the primetime game. They're like, we'll just put it on the middle of the day.
Right.
On Saturday, I guess they're all prime time.
Yeah, we got that home court advantage. We got to take advantage of that, definitely, and hope that that really propels us to set the standard and set the precedent right off the bat.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it looks like they got the Nuggets up by a 3.5, so 3.5, so a 3.
Right.
2-2s, barely a close game. I mean, they're pretty evenly matched, right? Yep. I mean, I'd say up and down. I put Luka or Kawhi right there with the Joker. Not right there, but I put him on that level.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. He's hit some highlight reels many years. He's obviously gone through lots of injuries and whatnot. He sat out a good chunk of the season. But there's nothing like primetime Kawhi. He comes always ready to go, and he's one of the most clutch shooters in the game.
Right, man. Shoot, that's primetime Kawhi. We got playoff Murray though.
Exactly. Hopefully. Yes, sir. Who do you think is going to be the matchup to watch on this?
That's
game?
what I was going to say. I would imagine. I think it's going to be MPJ, man. I think it's going to live by die by him.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think Aaron Gordon's going to be. I feel like, in my opinion, Aaron Gordon's going to be in the starting lineup, definitely going up against Kawhi. So we'll see how that really goes.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I feel like Kawhi is going to start out on Aaron Gordon. So MPJ will have a chance to get hot, kind of depending on who's going to be on him and who's guarding him, especially if it's not Kawhi, because once Kawhi gets on him, I don't think he's going to be doing anything. He can just kick it. Right. He won't do a whole lot.
It doesn't seem to work out. That's that nice part is that we really kind of warmed up Jalen Pickett to his role, and, as somebody that they could slide in there to maybe go against Kawhi in the moments when, it seems like Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. aren't doing it.
Oh, you mean Strother? Is it? Because not Pickett. Pickett's too short, man.
He is short, but he's got
You
more.
think he can?
I think he's got more agility than Aaron Gordon and MPJ. But Strother, same kind of dynamic. Honestly, you can't really go wrong. We got Strother and Pickett. Either one of them really has that agility to kind of move with Kawhi. I think that's going to be Aaron Gordon's big challenge is keeping up with Kawhi.
Yeah, and I mean, I just hope that James Harden shrinks more than MPJ.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and James, it's an interesting thing with him. I don't know who out of him and Russell Westbrook is actually going to end their career without a ship.
Probably both of them. Shoot, it feels like, quite honestly, it seems like they're both chasing it and just can't get there, can't get right.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, though. I mean, gosh, man, I think it's gonna be a fun series.
Yeah, I agree, honestly. And Clippers center, he's definitely going to set his name for himself, Zubac. He's definitely something to look out for. I think, obviously, with that matchup, we have the greatest center playing right now. That's active, and so it's one of those things where I don't know if he's going to be able to keep up with Jokic. But I don't know what other answer they have in that point, in that aspect. So it might be just, Jokic taking over the entire thing and playing all 42 minutes, maybe even that 50 mark, leading up to these last home court games and all that we have, and really taking advantage of it and setting a standard. I think it's really important for the Nuggets to make sure that they end this series, if they're going to take it, as quick as possible so they can get the most rest.
Yeah. So you don't think it's going to go 7? I think it's going to go 7.
I don't think it'll go 7, honestly. I think it's either going to be a blowout one way or the other. I think it's going to be a 4-1 series. It can go either way, honestly. It's just a matter of the matchups.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, like you said, we got Joker. We got the best player in the world. So I think that kind of outweighs. That'll tip the boat on our side, or it should at least, depending on who shows up with it. Because, I mean, MPJ don't show up, if Murray don't show up, if Christian Brown struggles, it'd be a different vibe.
Yeah, and that's where it might go 4-1 on Clippers side, and if that's the case, then I'd see it and I believe it. In the previous years, I've always been a diehard Nuggets fan and being like, nah, we're taking it. It's gonna be sweep. But it's one of those things where we've been so just kind of back and forth, and with the GM and Malone out now, it's like, anything can happen. Anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so true, man. Like, we don't. I mean, yeah, Adelman's been there for sure. He's the assistant coach, but I mean, gosh, the Clippers got Ben Simmons, coming deep off the bench, right? So they got a pretty deep bench, you know what I mean? So they can go big, they can go small, and they seem to get bigger as they go deeper on their bench. So it'll be interesting to see how the battles after the starters match up.
Right, and it seems like Nuggets are on the flip end of that, where as you go further into our bench, the smaller we get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we don't really, unless Zeke Najee's coming back. I don't know if he's hurt.
Right,
and I don't know if they're gonna play him. Well, I mean, it's been a different team since they got rid of Malone, quite honestly.
Right, and they've been really spreading the ball around. I've been liking what I'm seeing with the new coach. He seems like he's really regulating Jokic's playing time to the point where they're still winning, but yet he's not on the floor for 40-plus minutes. He's not putting up 45, 60 points per game, and that's where we want him to be, because we want to keep Jokic at his best. We don't want to have him have to carry the team game after game after game.
Right, exactly. You want him to be able to have something left in case we do make it deep into the playoffs, right?
Right. I think, these first 2 games will be the tell-all of how the series goes, honestly. If they take it to us at home, one of these first 2 games, then, I feel like it's going to be a longer series, and I might be wrong in my 4-1 stance on it.
I don't know. I feel like we could hold our own, especially when that top 5, man. If they're playing, if they're hitting, I don't think there's too many teams out there that can really beat the Nuggets these days.
Right, yeah.
When they're actually hitting.
Right, and I'm just hoping that we get to see LA number 2, the Lakers, in round 2, and take it to them again, just because it seems like we've become that hump for them. That role has switched, and now it's flipped around to the point where now to get to the championship, it's through the Nuggets for any LA team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of been like that. Like you have to go through the Nuggets, and if you go through the Nuggets, you got a pretty solid chance. I mean, Minnesota just kind of, I don't know what happened against the Mavericks last year, but yeah, if you get through the Nuggets, you probably moving on.
Right. Yeah. No, and it was Mavericks one shot. I feel like it's weird to think about where the Mavericks would be at right now if they had won the championship last year. Would Doncic still be in a Mavs jersey if they had actually pulled it all the way through and gotten that championship ring?
Right? That is weird to think because they would have had to pay him then.
Oh yeah, and I feel like they would have. And it's one of those things where I read an article about Mark Cuban really expressing his feelings and his regret on selling the team at this point. He thought he was leaving it in better hands, and he's hating what he sees right now.
Mm. I bet. I mean, well, no, they came out, they surprised last night. That win against the Kings.
Yeah, definitely.
You
The
know,
Kings are a tough team. Kings are really actually turning their franchise around, and they're going to be the team to look at here soon about making it real deep into the playoffs eventually. But there's still a team in the process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the Kings. I thought they were gonna go. I thought they were gonna win that and kind of move on at least to the second round of the play-in.
Right.
So that was surprising. But I mean, they got Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson. Both champions. They just woke up at the right time.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate that they lost out on Kyrie for the season, and that really affected what they were looking at overall with this whole Doncic move and all this. With that whole move, they didn't expect for Kyrie to go out because Kyrie is one of the best ball handlers, in my opinion, in the league and has been for a long time. I don't know many people that can really keep up with his ball handling skills.
Yeah, and his defense too. I mean, Kyrie is like, sorry, I'm thinking about Kawhi. No, but that is weird. Like, it's a completely different team from last year's Mavericks team. Completely different team, but probably just as deadly with more defense than last year's Mavericks team if Anthony Davis can stay healthy.
Right. And, I think that's what the Nuggets need to look at in the offseason, whenever that time may come, however far they make it. Hopefully it's, after a championship and our second championship ring and trophy coming to Denver. But, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I think the best move is to start really improving that defense.
Yeah, no, definitely need to improve that defense, man. Defense garbage.
Yeah.
That's what's really going to hold us back and stop us in these playoffs going against these hot offensive teams in the West, man. It's just that defense. We got to score just as much as we want to keep up with them.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks because we do have a pretty solid offense, but we can't stop anyone.
Right. And, we have a good start with Peyton Watson. I preach about this every week, I feel like, but Peyton Watson is just that dominant figure on our defense, and we just really need to build around Peyton Watson and really get a center that could play defense. Love Jokic to death. He's the best in the world when it comes to basketball, but we need to have that switch out where when he's out on the bench, it's all about stopping, and they're not scoring on us when Jokic is on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Peyton Watson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he leads the teams in blocks.
Yes, sir. And then it's looking at the Clippers lineup. It seems like it's going to be doable for the Nuggets to win this series. Honestly, I have high confidence in them. It really stops at Ben Simmons when it comes to their all-stars and all that. So it's really just us being consistent and making sure that we're making the right calls, the right moves at the right time, and hopefully that this interim coach can make that happen.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like Clippers just kind of getting their own way anyway. All we got to do is wait for them to have an injury and Harden, Leonard, Zubac.
Right. The only one I'm nervous of is Kawhi, because Kawhi is one of those game changers. He really is. He can shift the whole energy of the game just with a few plays and just with a few runs.
Especially because the fact, too, right, he can play, all those middle positions. So he can switch up and down wherever he needs to be, and he can guard any position. So especially with our team, granted, Joker is a different breed from anyone else, probably the biggest person on the court. But aside from him, I think everybody else is pretty guardable, and pretty, can be posted up. Besides maybe Aaron Gordon, he's probably the second biggest person on our team, right? We don't have a really big team, I feel like.
Yeah, it's exactly it. And I feel like right after that you get Peyton Watson. I think he's our third biggest. Well, actually, no, it could be DeAndre Jordan.
Well, I think it is, DeAndre Jordan, but I don't know if they're going to be playing him really, quite honestly.
Yeah, I still live in that belief that he's our coach from the bench that wears the jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think he'll probably be more on the bench than in the game, and probably in as needed, like he was more so on that championship run.
Right. Yeah, no, that was interesting pickup for us, honestly. Yeah, but I've always loved it just because DeAndre seems to really bring that camaraderie out of the Denver Nuggets that we really didn't have before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then you just got Christian Brown with that winning spirit, man. I don't know, I'm all for it. Let's take a break real quick, guys. We're gonna take a promo break. All you new people to tune in, hit that like button, hit that share button. You're watching the bus stop, or you're chilling at the bus stop with Statik and Gemini on Shady Sports Network. We're talking the NBA playoffs, specifically the Nuggets and the Clippers. So join in that chat. Let us know who you're going for in the playoffs. If you are watching the Nuggets and the Clippers, who you got and how many games you got the series going. So we'll be right back. See you on the other side.
How are you? Bring them things, bring them things. I call the plug, bring them things. I bring them things. That's money. That's cash up.
Yo, what's up, guys? Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell them all to come chill at the bus stop, hang with us every Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in Shady Sports. We bring in something different. We ain't just talking sports. We talking rap. We talking hip hop. We might be talking country too, with the way country going, but who knows?
Yeah, right, man, right?
Some shaboozey. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, no, he's been killing it. He's definitely put his name in the game. And, he got hated on a lot during, I think it was the CMAs, or I don't know which award show I was watching, but, he essentially got robbed and they kind of bagged on him a little bit and highly critiqued him for his performance and everything. And you don't get that with a lot of country artists. And, it's Shabuzi just got a lot of eyes on him and a lot of opinions that come with it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then what's the one with the pink beard? Oh, I can't think of his name.
No, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I've been seeing him a lot.
You're gonna be putting me onto something.
Yeah, man, it's some crazy. I bet I can look it up right now, and then I'll pull him up and show you. But his song's been blowing up. Oh, what is it?
Sebastian Cole.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. I think that's what it's called. Getting tipsy. Cole, Sebastian Cole. Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard Sebastian Cole. I'm gonna have to listen to some Sebastian Cole now.
What, bro? It's all it like pops up on my Instagram. Oh wait, no. Wait, who's Sebastian Cole? This ain't Sebastian Cole. Oh wait, did I spell it wrong? No, I don't know if that's him.
Or is his name just Pinkbeard?
Right? I should have had this pulled up before I'd be on the spot. I better get it, find it. Maybe I can find it on Instagram. See, so underground, it don't even just come up.
I love that though. That's what we're all about.
Right? You been listening to anything new lately as we get ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, I have been. I gotta look them up too, actually. There's a new artist that recently came into my playlist that I've been listening to that really brought me back to nostalgic hip hop. And it's very East Coast, but it's after listening to them, I was like, man, this is kind of crazy actually. Where are they? And so another artist that I listened to is Party of Two. I don't know if you heard of Party of Two.
But I've not heard of Party of Two.
Yeah, they're actually really dope. It's just a male female duo hip hop, and they're actually killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a song right now called Poser, and I've been bumping that pretty much every other time I get, every other chance I get.
Let's see if we can find that. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Are they on YouTube?
Yeah, it's Poser
Oh, I
Party.
think I have it. Let's see.
That's for anybody
How do we
watching. That was
do this?
PARTYOF and then the number 2.
PARTY. Because I gotta. Oh, maybe. Thought we were gonna play him. No, but that's cool. I'm trying to. Dang, of course, like, oh yeah. Now I can't find the pink beard. Nowhere. Are you planning to try to make it out to any playoff games for the Nuggets?
I would like to make it out to game 2. Game 1 might be a little hard for me just because that's Easter Day. Or no, Easter Day is the 420. So I don't know. I'm gonna try my best to make it out to game 2. I know game
Yeah.
1's off the books for me. I got plans that days, but I love supporting my Denver Nuggets. Even if I'm not there, I'll be watching it.
Right, definitely be watching it. Oh, Sebastian Cole. That's just pink beard, Sebastian Cole. Wow. Yeah, it's his poser. Oh wait. Dang it. I think I had the wrong stream.
I'm gonna try and make it out to a Nugget or an Avalanche game as well. Seeing
Oh yeah, the Avalanche in the playoffs too.
Playing the Dallas Stars, it's going to be the return of Mikko Rantanen back to Colorado, meeting them in the playoffs. And so it's one thing that a lot of opinions I see are carrying is that it was a waste of a round 1 matchup, honestly, because these are both potentially teams that can win it all. And so they're saying pretty much whoever wins this series between the Nuggets and the Stars are pretty much secured to be the favorite to go all the way.
Yeah, because hockey's so weird with the seeding, right? This should be like a finals playoff match.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like the first round match. What's up, Justin? Thanks for tuning in, my dude. As of today, via BetMGM, the LA Clippers are the series favorites against the Denver Nuggets, minus 125 to beat Denver. Who cares? No one uses BetMGM. No one uses BetMGM.
Unless you get them free bets in.
Yeah, right? That's what you got to use them every 6 months when they send it out, right?
Right.
Oh, man. I don't know. I guess I don't.
The artist that I was thinking of is Indie Tribe. Indie Tribe is new.
He just hating. I think Justin just hating on Denver. Talking about the Stars are the favorite. Come shut up, Justin. Come out of here. Let's talk about Minnesota and how the Timberwolves about to get swept by the Lakers.
You think that's what's going to happen?
That's so I know that's what's gonna happen.
I don't think it'll be a sweep, but I think you're right on the outcome. I think that Timberwolves are going to go down. Unfortunately, I think the Lakers are too hot. They're too young. They're too fresh. Obviously, they got a lot of youth on Timberwolves side too as well, but it comes with an experience as opposed to the Lakers. That they just got stacked experience and they're all young still. The only one that they got that's really older is LeBron, and he's leading the team.
Yeah, but and then Luka beat the Wolves last year though.
That's true. Yeah, that was necessary.
Now he got was it Ray Hachimura? We got Ray Hachimura on the side right there. So I hope those Wolves, those little wolf pups, little wolf cubs are ready to go. and ain't scared, but the rest of the team is. We will hope Randall doesn't turn into New York Knicks Randall. Nah. I think that'll be a good series too, man. This playoffs from the play-ins down, it's been great so far, honestly.
Right.
I didn't expect that Golden State Memphis game to be so good.
I do expect Rudy Gobert to be scared. I do expect him to flop. It seems like whenever he goes up against solid competition, he seems to not meet the standard.
Right? Like when he won defensive player of the year and got punked in the playoffs. Wolves take care of the Lakers for the Nuggets. The Nuggets don't need help taking care of the Lakers. That's our little bros too.
Right, exactly.
Little homies.
Yep.
LeBron had to go get some more homies to try to compete with the Nuggets, with the Nuggies. You got everybody wanting to compete with the Nuggets. They can't, man. They had to go out and get all these shooters, get all these bigger dudes to try to. You need like 1.5 dudes to cover Joker. So that's what it is. Joker's like he's like a mini Shaq. A little like he has his own gravitational pull, so he pulls half the team towards him. So all these teams went out and got like they try to get like bigger power forwards, you know what I mean? Like bulkier dudes.
It's true, and that's kind of when Jamal really turns into playoff Murray is when he, gets those openings because they're trying to focus too much on Jokic, and then they go back and then they start focusing on Murray a little more and trying to guard him up, and then it goes back to Jokic, and you can put 3 on Jokic. He's still going to score over you and laugh.
Yeah, and laugh and get her done. We have a broom with the Nuggets name on it. And then what happened to y'all? What happened when y'all went to the finals last year? What is it, 4-1? Man, it's blasphemy. Ain't nobody sweeping the Nuggets. No one. I don't think that'll happen. The Joker won't let that happen. He'll win at least one game.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
The only thing worse than Jokic is pissed off Jokic.
Yeah. This guy, man. You got a show, so I come on there and talk trash. Come talk trash on your show about your teams, bro. Nah. Yeah. The only thing worse, wake up the beast and see what happened. We about to mess around and go through the whole playoffs and win a title. Just messing around. Joker just be sleepwalking through stuff. He'll mess up and wake up and win the whole title on his own.
Has there ever been a team to win a championship with an interim coach?
Oh, dang. Probably not in basketball. Probably in not in professional level. Has there?
I'm not sure.
Let's see
up right now.
Y'all out there watching, Justin, has there ever been a team to win a championship with an interim coach? A professional team? I can't spell. How do you spell team, guys? Let me know. How do you spell win? I can't spell win being a Nuggets, a Denver fan this year. Nah, we got Avalanche in the playoffs, Nuggets in the playoffs. How's the soccer team doing?
So there's been what I found right off the bat was 3 teams have won: the 80s Lakers, the 2016 Cavs, and the 2023 Boston Celtics.
The 2016 Cavs. Oh,
Tyronn Lue,
yeah,
interim head coach.
Was that when they got rid of Delonte West?
David.
Was that the year before they got rid of him?
Yeah, David Blatt was the head coach that was fired.
Pat Riley. I saw that in the what was the Lakers show on Max? Yeah, Pat Riley took over for Paul Westhead.
So it's happened, but
yeah,
but it can happen again.
It can definitely happen, and I mean, Adelman, he was there the whole time. I mean, it ain't like he just came in and was the assistant coach from last season. He was there, drawing up the plays for the championship team. He's grown with them too, like the past 8 years, I believe.
Right, and
like that.
I don't know if there's ever been an interim coach to come in this late in the season, 3 games before the playoffs, win the last 3 games, and then take it all the way and win a ring.
I mean, look at the Grizzlies. They lost. They just fired their GM. They should have fired him with the coach, right? Yeah. Maybe it's a good thing we got rid of both of them at the same time, so we didn't have to worry about it.
I'm wondering when and if it'll happen for the Mavericks when they let go of their GM. It's a matter of time, I feel like, but it's also one of those things where Dallas might just stick it out and they're going to be like, no, we're not doing it because he's wanted it so bad.
That's a crazy situation over there in Dallas, man. I think they're probably so wild, right? Because I don't know. Because they want to say they gave up, but then they still got hope. I mean, they still got all-stars.
Yeah, it's not like he gave them up for draft picks. Anthony Davis is more than people give him credit for. Anthony Davis is a beast.
True. No, I mean, and especially defensive-wise, like I said, they upgraded on defense. They upgraded on perimeter shooting. I mean, Clay's definitely I'd say one of the best 5 shooters in the league. Maybe one of the best. Yeah, I'd say one of the best 5 shooters.
Yeah, and Kyrie, had he stayed healthy, man, it would have been a team to look out for in the playoffs, in my opinion. You have that championship level team with all 3 of those guys. They can carry a team by themselves. It seems like there's 8 on the floor when those 3 are in there in the starting 5 lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, so we'll see. They go up against the Grizzlies, and I mean, if Ja's hurt, he rolled his ankle at the end of that game. So if he's still hurt, he can't play. I mean, granted, Desmond Bane was out there shooting like Steph Curry. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not like the Grizzlies are a slouch either. That's the thing about it. Let's take a break really quick. Because, I mean, I'll talk about this all night, man. I'm down. Let's talk about these playoffs. These Timberwolves fans acting like their team. No, I'm playing. I was joking. I'll be right back, though, guys. We'll be right back. You're chilling at the bus stop. I'm going to get it right. You're hanging at the bus stop on Shady Sports Network with Statik and Gemini. And we're talking about the NBA playoffs. So jump in. Which teams are you going for in the playoffs? Let us hear it. What games are you looking forward to seeing? So we'd love to talk about it. Get with us. Hit that like button. Please hit that share button and subscribe. We'll be right back.
My name is Anton Popoff, and this is my 6th year of college football. Training during the hottest times of the day is a recipe for muscle cramps, which is why electrolytes are so important. Hydration is crucial for my performance. Dragon Salt eliminates muscle cramps and boosts your overall energy level. Whether it's a weight room or field session, I fuel up with Dragon Salt beforehand. It's been a game changer for me, and it'll be a game changer for you.
Yes, sir. You see it at Dragon Salt, DRGN Salt. Head over to our website. Use that code Shady Sports. Get 10% off. What is this? Peyton Watson coming out of game incoming this weekend. I'm calling it right now. Clippers better keep an eye on that man. Oh, yeah. Peyton Watson coming out game. Oh, man. Peyton Swatson. Put some respect. Put some SWAT on his name.
And that's some good input there because he hasn't had a come out game. Honestly, he's had his heavy defense games and all that where he's really been highlighted for his defense and swatting the ball, getting them blocks in. But he hasn't had that standout game where he's really set in stone his position in that lineup.
That is true. And I think that is it. Like, this is the chance where we are gonna see. We will get a chance to see, these younger players prove that they can hold their own, man. They're playing, they've had a full season, man, 82 games. 82 games already. You played the full season. You're ready to go. The playoffs ain't nothing but, some extended playing time. You're ready. At this point in time, you know what's up. You know what's going on. You know what you've been doing. So I do anticipate seeing players like Peyton Swatson, come alive. I mean, we've already seen, Jalen Pickett come alive, have his 5 3-pointers in a game, have his, shooter's moment. And imagine if we got a playoff Murray going off, we got a Jalen Pickett right there holding it down. We got Christian Brown in the 3 moved up. And then we got, Aaron Gordon, because maybe we don't need MPJ, you know what I mean? Maybe we could slide over and hold off on him for a while and get some consistent 3-point shooting, not just hope and make it shooting.
Right.
I don't know.
And that's how I feel about it too. You know, I feel like if we could hold off on MPJ and Russell Westbrook having to do anything more than, you know, assisting the team and giving them breaks when they need it and still getting them points up on the board while we're benching some other guys and getting them some rest, I feel like we have a good chance of really having a deep bench come on in, show up, show out, and support the team that has already been there and already done it. Because that's one nice thing is that we have a lot of players on our team that wasn't a part of the championship team, so they're hungry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then yeah, Justin, that's a pretty nice prediction considering he's averaging 3.4 rebounds a game on the season. So that's a big jump in rebounds. But I can see it obviously coming in and playing, a shortened bench, you know what I mean? So jumping down to, like 8 to maybe 9 or 10 players. So playing a little bit more in the game, playing in a little bit towards the end of quarters and getting in, some of those tough rebounds. But that means he's going to be, going up against a Kawhi. He'll be going up against a Zubac or Zubac or however you say his name. So, that's a tall task. He's going to be going up against, taller players, and especially, they're a rebounding team. So, hey, if we get the rebounds on them, then we got it for sure. If we could out rebound the Clippers, then yeah, we got it for sure, because they definitely got us in the height department, and we need guys like Peyton Watson to play bigger. We need MPJ to play to that 6'10", 6'11" size height that he has, right? Especially if we're gonna outpace and out rebound this team, because that's what we're gonna need to do to beat them.
Right. And I feel like if the Nuggets are able to pull this off and really not necessarily sweep. If it's a sweep, hell yeah, I'm all about it. But if it's, a 4-1 or a 4-2 game and it goes to game 6 and whatnot, and we really set the standard, it's going to put us back in that conversation of being the team to beat and the team to look at. Because most of the NBA has already written us off. Most of the NBA has already been like, nah, they got no GM, they got no head coach. All they have is Jokic. They don't have defense. So if we set a good precedent, I could see the whole NBA changing their opinion for round 2 of this and being like, nah, NBA, be on the lookout for the Nuggets because they're in the hunt for shit number 2.
Right. No, for sure. And shoot, by the time we come back next week, we'll be deep into it. We'll just be moving over to the Clippers side. So we'll already know where they're sitting at with that. And we'll know, deep into the playoffs. Are there any other games in the playoffs that you're looking at?
Honestly, it seems like a matchup to look at is going to be the Timberwolves and Lakers. I really feel like that's going to kind of mold what the Western Conference is going to look like later on in the series, later on in deeper playoffs, and looking at, Western Conference championship. I really feel like one of those two teams are going to go big or go home. It might be Luka Doncic's time to, really shine, and it seems like he really shows up in the playoffs, and that's a scary player to see in the playoffs in a yellow and purple jersey.
Mm-hmm. Do you think? If the Lakers get bumped in the first round, do you think JJ Redick gets fired?
Man, can I see it? Absolutely. Will the Lakers do that again to another head coach and really set that point of LeBron gets what he wants? Because that it's his team. Mm-hmm. He's decided everything that goes along with it. Like, are they really going to do that to him and let him have that opinion yet again, knowing that LeBron is at his last of it? He's at the end of his career. He only wanted to play one season with his son. So, I don't see LeBron having any more contract extensions. I don't see LeBron going any further than his contract. And so they're really going to let him have that heavy an opinion on their future when, they secured their future for the unforeseeable future with Doncic being there, And they got Austin Reeves. They have a clutch lineup.
Let me tell you, Lakers got a squad for sure. Finally,
yeah.
Especially, gosh, like AD, but man, that dude, you touch him wrong, he's hurt.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see though what happens if they do happen to get bounced in the first round. It'll be interesting to see if they give solid minutes to Bronny, stupid stuff like that. Like it's crazy. But hey, it's where it's at, and that's cool that they still managed to be where they are even through the midst of all of that, right?
Do you think when LeBron retires, is Bronny going to stay a Laker?
I don't know. It's a good one. It depends. I mean, honestly, it depends on when LeBron retires and what happens with Bronny's development between now and that time, quite honestly. If he takes off next season, I could see him staying a Laker, them trying to hold on to him and keeping, maybe enticing LeBron to come back and be a coach or something, you know what I mean?
It's a good way to look at it for sure. Yeah, because I mean, sky's the limit for LeBron once he retires.
He can do whatever he wants, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be Tom Brady. I could see just like Tom Brady. I could see him signing, on as an analyst for the next 5 years, signing an unbelievable contract, just making him that much more wealthy.
And he already owns like a Euro football league or team. So he already owns a team, and he's probably looking into owning other teams. I'm sure he'll own a football team in the States or a basketball team or something before it's over with. Who knows? I could see him maybe doing like a Brady and maybe going into, the Cavs ownership group or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Going back to home base, really.
Yeah.
Regardless of how he's left or how many times he's left, he still brought him a championship, and he's still loved there, regardless of what right now.
Exactly. And he did what he had to do in LA. He brought them a championship too. He brought them to star power. And like you said, they got Luka now. And that was the goal of bringing Luka in, was to have that true star power past LeBron. AD was complaining about his position and where he was playing at. That's not star power stuff. They don't need that. So AD was more like the Shaq of it, right? And not saying Shaq wasn't a star in LA, but it was Kobe, right? It had that grit, you have that grit and that grind of, I'm going to get it done and I'm going to do what I need to do, just like Magic, like, I don't know. Yeah, but who you got against the Bucks and the Pacers?
I think it's going to be Bucks, I think Bucks are going to go far on the Eastern Conference. Honestly, I could see them really carrying their own weight and pretty much cleaning that series up pretty quickly. Honestly, I could see it being Boston and Milwaukee in that Eastern Conference.
I mean, Dame's out, which sucks. It's like, dang, can we see something with this team that what we're supposed to see? We haven't been able to see the whole full record, the full power.
Right.
There'd be a better version. They're like a better version of the Mavs with Dame.
Yeah, you can't. Dame's one of those other ones. I put Dame up there with Kawhi in terms of just clutch shooters and having that in the moment, spur the moment, clutch shooting where you can't deny his ability to put a game away.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk Coachella. What's going on at Coachella?
Did you watch any of it by chance? Did you get in on any of those live feeds?
I did not.
Yeah, YouTube. They had all the main stage, all the stages, live feeds. I watched it on quite a few performances, honestly. Missy Elliott pretty much cleaned house on it. Her performance was amazing. I know we had talked about it a couple weeks ago, but yeah, no, Missy shut it down. We got to see, who was it? 3-6 Mafia. They came out and they did an amazing show, and they brought out MGK, which was kind of unprecedented just because MGK has been banned at Coachella since, I believe, 2012. I don't even know why.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know why, but now everybody's wanting to see an MGK full performance and give him his own stage and see him in next year's Coachella.
What about so? All right, let me ask you, which one are you going to? You got free VIP pass, free flight, room, whatever. Which one are you going to? Dreamville or Coachella?
Oh, well, if it was this year's, I'd have to say Dreamville because unfortunately this was the last year. There's no more Dreamvilles after this. Yeah.
What?
This is the last year they're doing Dreamville. Yeah. And so just on that account alone, I would say Dreamville hands down. But any other year before that, knowing that they're both coming, I go to Coachella. I went to Coachella in 2015. It was a great time. I got to meet a lot of cool celebrities, see them as regular people. It was the year they had, I think it was Ariana Grande, The Weeknd, and Beyonce or something like that were the headliners each 3 nights. And it's an adventure. It's an experience. I recommend it to anybody that wants to do something crazy in their life at least once. Coachella is that crazy just because, man, spending a whole week out there, a whole weekend out there, and living there, getting to know different people. Like people come from all over the country to go to Coachella.
Oh
So
yeah, I bet.
you really have no idea who you're going to run into, who's going to be your neighbor, what tomorrow is going to be like at all. All you know is that you're going to wake up. It's going to be hot. It's going to be dry. You're going to have sand in every crevice. It's an experience.
Out in the desert.
Yep. This is the first time I'd ever gone somewhere where they had to spray the roads every hour on the hour just to keep the air quality up.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Where's Dreamville at? Is that on the
Oh,
East Coast in Carolina?
yeah. I feel like it had to be in J. Cole's neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And I did watch a little bit of not live feed, but some of the videos, shorts that they had posted from his festival going on and everything. And it seemed pretty epic, honestly, just because
Yeah.
apparently,
See, his lineup was fire though.
yeah, and he apparently J. Cole put on. Apparently, he was full J. Cole in his prime.
Oh yeah, he headlined on Sunday.
Yep.
See, yeah, you gotta put on. You got to headline at your festival. You know what I mean? One
Yeah.
thing I do see though, and feel like I do notice looking at it though, is like where's like Boss and JID.
Yeah,
see Earth Gang.
where is Dreamville, you know?
Yeah, like where's Dreamville? Like I see Earth Gang, but then I see
See
like I'm like,
Boss.
oh, there's Boss. I see Boss right there.
He was on night one. He didn't even end up going night two with J. Cole. He was night one with Lil Wayne and Hot
Why is he
Boys.
so? Why is he not a headliner if it's his festival? That's weird. Oh, I see JID right there. I just can't read. They didn't have Wale. This is a pretty sick lineup though. Keisha Cole, Ari Lennox, Ludacris.
It was nice to see Absol on the lineup too, just because it really shows that TDE Dreamville love
Bro,
for
he
each.
had Big Timers and the Hot Boys. Come on now.
See, yeah, and it's weird and cool because I never thought I'd see Manny Fresh back in any lineup
Yeah,
with Cash Money at all ever again, just because Manny Fresh had his
ever.
fallout with them where they kept thousands of his beats and just productions that he had set up and everything like that, and just held it hostage. And apparently he's the bigger man in that situation because he let it go, and things are looking up and all good for him again, which is great because I love Manny Fresh. I put him up there as one of the best producers of all time. When it comes to hip hop, I put him in that top 25 for sure.
Okay. Doing rankings. Speaking of rankings, where do you rank the baby's freestyle skills?
Oh, are we talking all time or current?
Well, I feel like current, he just been going off, but I feel like he always been going off
Yeah,
on freestyles.
yeah. I'd say honestly, I put him in top 25.
He's pretty precise. I like how precise he is with his freestyles. Like I'd say top 15. Dang, who? I gotta think about who my other freestylers are. Shoot. Well, obviously, like, who are your top 5 freestylers?
Top 5. I'd probably go with Little Flip, number 5. Just because Little Flip, his freestyle skills at that time when he was doing it and labeling himself the Freestyle King was elite. There was nobody like messing with him, and he was out of an area that nobody was really familiar with. It was when the South wasn't really what it is today.
He was, and he was Little Flip, he was really like flipping the words, and he changed it up. It wasn't just like, a straight just style. It was just like bouncy back and forth.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. I'd also put, man, that's a good question. Top freestylers.
I mean,
So,
Eminem's up there for sure.
yeah, probably do, but I think he's higher up the list. I'd have him probably
Oh, okay. So what number is Lil Flip then? Did you say
5.
5?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd probably put Eminem at 1 or 2. Just because Eminem, he's unmatched. He's the wordsmith, man.
Yeah.
He just who else rhymes orange? You know.
I got Cassidy up there.
Cassidy, yep, yeah, Cassidy's a good one.
I feel like Cassidy's pretty sick off the top.
Yep. I'd probably put Absol up there. I don't know if you've heard much of Absol's freestyles, but he was clutch.
I can dig it. I can see the way, especially like his mind is just,
Yeah, he's a wordsmith in his own right. You know, he really comes in with that wordplay that just nobody thought of using.
And the way his flow is too, it's like make you think. And he's so smooth, like you can think while you're listening to it too. It's like so chill, like, yeah, man, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like straight West Coast.
Yeah, born and bred, and he just carries that style to him and that tone. Then I'd probably round it out my top 5, Tech 9.
Okay. I like that. I don't have a list. I can't do a top 5. I do. Eminem and Cassidy. I gotta put J. Cole on that list, honestly. And then the Baby. Dang, that's a weird list. I don't know. I gotta do like a top. It's like a top 5, but it'll be like 10 people really. I can't count. Cause like I just like how so many people do freestyle. Cause I do like Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
I like Wiz Khalifa when he be getting it.
Yeah, I remember when Joyner Lucas first came out. I'm pretty sure I'm the one that put you onto him. I'm pretty sure we were just talking on Facebook, and I was just like, I've been listening to a lot of this Joyner Lucas dude. He's pretty dope. And you're just like, I liked it.
Yeah, because he was like super lyrical with it. So there's so many cats that I think that really take freestyle to another level. Royce the 5'9", I like him.
Yeah. And I think over this next week, maybe we could put together a top 5 lyricists from each side. We'll compare and contrast them. I'll come up with my top 5 lyricists.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Like, cause then we can like sit down and like think about it. Cause it's like, I don't know. I like freestyle. I mean, shoot, I don't know. I'll rock with like T.I. too.
Yeah, and given time, man, I could think about 100 underground artists that are just
exactly
like right.
Gemini and Statik. Them dudes I heard pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean
classics,
right? Yeah, so I mean, I think that'd be a good list, though. Top 5 lyricists going to the playoffs. Maybe we could do like a playoff bracket type with it. You know what I mean? Like your top 5, my top 5. We could get some more top 5s or something and do like a 16 team or whatever it comes out to. I don't know. Was that 20 team bracket or something and break it down and try to get some votes going? That'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely. I'm down with that.
Do like in honor of NBA playoffs, we do like the hip hop playoffs.
Yep.
So y'all hear it, you know what I mean?
We'll do the play-in tournament all the way up to the finals.
Yep. So get your lyricists in. We'll do the top 20. So we'll do top 10 each, you know what I mean? And we'll put them together and we'll break it down and randomize it, put them up, get some competition going and see if we can break it down to a champion and get, an ultimate number 1, which maybe it will be Eminem, maybe it will be somebody else. Who knows,
Right. Might be somebody nobody even knows.
Yeah, exactly, Heck, it may be Mac Miller. Who knows, right?
Right.
We have to get some actual, try to find, their best, freestyle track and have them so we can play them.
Right.
I think that'll be the way to do it. Because, yeah, there's so many people out there. I mean, I remember I used to listen to, the Locksmith, Toby, and was it Ngwake? Ngwige? Nigwe? How do you say his name?
Oh, yeah, Toby and Nigwe.
Anyway, he be spitting his man, dude be rapping. You know what I mean? So many cats be getting it. So it is hard to be like, oh.
I think one of my overall tops that's definitely going to be on my list. You'll see them. I don't know where they'll fall in my top 10, but Jedi Mind Tricks.
Yeah, see, I'm talking about. Let me put a Mac Dre up there. His freestyles went crazy too.
Big L.
You know, just depending on what you listen to, you know, what you like and what you want it from rap, your hip hop. So that's the cool thing about it. That's why it'd be tight to do like a whole bracket thing, you know, just see how it break out too. Because there is so many different styles, maybe some that are the same, maybe some that are completely off, completely different, but they all serve a purpose.
Right.
Somebody will shout out Drake, right? Somebody will say Drake out there.
I said lyricists, not people that use ghostwriters.
Right. Exactly. So that's what we'll throw them out. So it'd be cool to see that way for sure.
Right. And then going into the other news that we got, how you feeling about this Ice Cube show coming to
man. Yeah. Man, I gotta get tickets where's it gonna be? The Pepsi Center?
Yeah, Ball Arena.
Yeah.
September 16th.
Ball Arena. Yes, sir.
They haven't really
I'm stoked about that.
Yeah, they
I don't know.
Being in terms of the lineup, though, they don't have openers announced or anything.
Tuesday, September 16th. Is a Tuesday night. That's a weird night. Maybe
it is a weird night. But if you've ever gone to a show in downtown Denver on any night, it's usually party night.
Right. I think the last show I saw at Ball Arena was Jay-Z, actually.
Mine was J. Cole.
See, I wish I saw J. Cole at Ball Arena.
He was on his KOD tour.
See, I'd rather see that than Ice Cube, but I mean Ice Cube for classic sakes for sure. I'm down with that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He's got so many classics, so many hits. He could be considered a top 20 lyricist of all time as well in his own right.
Would you put him in the freestyle competition?
Probably not, because I don't really know. I don't know much of his freestyles happening. I know a lot of his stuff was written.
Well, I know he wrote a lot of Eazy-E stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm lyricist, probably freestyle. I don't know. I'd have to probably do my research to see where he really levels out in that.
Yeah, because I mean, what's the definition of a freestyle? What are we going with?
I'd say just straight off the dome, man. That's something that has always been a challenge for me, because I always revert back to a lot of the stuff that I have written when it comes to freestyle, and it's a challenge, and it's a gift and a true talent to be able to come straight off the dome, which is where I feel like you're definitely right with the babies. Whether it's coming from pre-written stuff that he has and he's just throwing it out there, or if it's just straight off the dome.
Point. Yeah, he is on point with it. So if it is written, he got it. You know what I mean? It's hard to even do that too with the written.
Yeah, and controversy holds the baby back, honestly. He's been
a weird
dude. He's been very controversial, but if it wasn't for all his controversy, he'd be up there and still very, very relatable and very popular. I feel like his controversy really held him back and set a weird tone on his legacy that he has. But one of my favorite albums is Kirk, and I think it was his second studio released album on a major label, and that album just goes bar for bar crazy. The features on it are crazy, the lyrics are crazy, the production is crazy, the beats are crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like he chooses some good beats too.
Yeah,
honestly, like he usually has some really, 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 really good beats.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
And then I don't know if you also heard, but they also just recently rescheduled Sublime show at Red Rocks for, I believe, this Saturday.
This Saturday?
I think so. No, that's the 420 show. I think it's 419. So 2 days from now.
Oh man, right before the Wiz. Hopefully it's not snowing.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow overnight tonight, and that's kind of really what set the point for them to make the call to reschedule Sublime at Red Rocks. But they did reschedule for the same year, which is good news.
Right? They could have been like 2026.
Yeah, it's just super hard, honestly, to commit to a Red Rock show early or late in the season just because there's no guarantee.
Well, for this time of year, I feel like, it's been rescheduled to the 21st.
Yeah, up next month, I believe June.
This is April 21st.
That would be dope. Just a couple days.
Yeah. So they moved it from the 18th to April 21st.
Yeah,
So, I mean, unless the weather stays the same, it looks like it'll be just a few days after. So that's cool.
and that's really just the challenge. Is we're lucky enough to live here, so if they reschedule a ticket for somebody who lives here locally, cool. I just gotta make sure to move some stuff around, see if I can make it work. But for some of these people, going to Red Rocks is a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you're flying in from anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world just to see your one show and it gets rescheduled, can you make that work?
It's like going to a Coachella, right?
Yeah, yep.
Or a Dreamville, and then you get out there and it's, raining the whole time or something.
Yeah, man. That's the fun part about taking the risk, though, and going out of your comfort zone and doing something amazing. I never really thought I'd be a person that would travel solo and do a bunch of crazy stuff by myself, but I found myself by myself many times at many airports doing some last second decisions and last second uh, experiences that I never thought I would do, and I'm forever grateful for it.
Yeah. No, that's true. And I mean, yeah, and that's like the people coming to Red Rocks, maybe they, I hope, you don't come out here and just plan the one day to go. You probably, plan a couple days.
Right. And then, yeah, just that Colorado weather. It's always changing. It's always changing. You never know what to expect. I still expect to get a couple more snowstorms after this one.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a couple years ago. I think it was like snowing in like June and July.
Yep.
So yeah, you never know around here, man. Especially then you go up to Red Rocks more, and I feel like it's a little colder too.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm excited for that we got to definitely plan is we'll be coming live from Red Rocks for one of these Thursdays.
That'll be fun. We'll have to get up. Yeah, that'll be good. We have to figure out where we want to come live from.
Yep.
But
we'll definitely. That's definitely in the works for anybody still watching with us and all that. That's something that we're planning on doing is making sure that we're not just coming from you from our front rooms, but coming from you from a bus stop, coming from you from a concert, coming from you from a sporting event as Nuggets let out after their championship win. So expect to see it. Definitely, we'll be doing live interviews, things like that.
That's the goal for sure, guys. We'll be bringing you all this Denver stuff, man. That's the cool thing about living in a town like Denver, right? We got the major sports teams, and we have the smaller sports teams, and we have the music events. We have the Red Rock. We have the Levitt Pavilions. We have the Pepsi or the Ball Arena. So all these shows, all these opportunities to go see all this different stuff and bring this stuff to you guys. So let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you want to talk about. But we're talking rap, we're talking hip hop, we're talking sports, keeping it local, but we're bringing national too. We're all over the place, man. So guys, keep rocking with us, keep growing with us. Hit that like button, hit that share button, let your friends know. Every Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we'll be bringing it. We'll be bringing it. You know what I mean? And like Statik said, like that's the goal. We're gonna be at these events. We'll be coming out. We'll be talking to these, these local rappers. We'll be hopefully getting these local rappers on, getting these underground artists, these producers, getting their beats in here and playing it and their songs and stuff. Send it in to us. You know what I mean? You got some stuff. We want to hear it. We want to play it, right? It'd be nice to have an episode full of like, unsigned stuff. That's the goal.
Exactly. And that's one thing that I love that I think is beautiful is seeing that these up and coming artists come up and, they're pushing themselves out there. They're willing to put out the promotion. They're willing to put out the interviews and all that. And then you just watch them go up from there and you see them hit a point in the spot. That's one thing I love is listening to these new artists all the time and just seeing them blow up and knowing that I was listening to them way back when.
Yeah, so that's the goal. Get with us, guys. We want to keep it going, and keep it growing. So, find us here on Shady Sports. network will keep bringing you sports, keep bringing you the local hip hop, keep bringing you the music news, whatever it may be. We're going to talk about it probably. It's the whole joy of the bandwagon. You know what I mean? We're just jumping and talking you what's trending, what's hot, what's popping. I don't know if I heard this one. Denver Anthem.
Denver Anthem
by Young Stars. Okay. Oh wait, can you hear it? I'm not even sharing it. I thought I was sharing it. There you go. Yeah, I don't even think I've seen this video.
Lately, a nigga's going through some things. Out here speaking on my name. Got me really feeling strange, but it's gang. And I always keep it with me. My attitude been shifty cause they shot at me and missed me. It's a green light. If I give a op a pass, it wouldn't seem right. Big knock died at 17 and didn't see life. What type of king have you seen fight? I'm troublesome. Chew a nigga like some bubble gum when it's one-on-one. Cause these niggas wanna get from gangsters to the hippies. The DH, they fucking with me, try to charge me in the jiffy. My clip always on empty after gunfight.
Got a lot of city park in it.
You want it done right.
I do like
to hit
that
the
too.
highway to the exit Boulder Turnpike. Make a right at the fork. If I take another short, I'ma turn a nigga to a corpse. Still going back and forth with the facts, and I'm still all like my Denver. Busting down the brick, gotta watch for District 6, cause I've been hitting licks in Denver. Niggas bumping out they lips, probably cause I fuck this bitch, it don't get better.
I do miss when they used to ride through downtown. I don't think I've seen them riding big bikes through downtown lately.
Yeah, no, it seems like the whole scene like that is kind of shut down.
Heavy start G's with the trunk on thrive. 5280, it's the D-Town mob. Where niggas getting paper and we roll on J's. Fresh Air Force Ones, rocking whips and braids. Money over bitches is how niggas stay paid. 80205 and I take it to the grave. Born in Illinois, but I'm D-Town raised. D-E-N to the V-E-R is more than where I say, it's where I live. A-U-R-O-R-A is where I go to get my paper on a regular day. But tonight I'ma hit the facts so I could put up some cake. My phone eats so much I'm moving up in weight. I'm a static for jazz in the park cause the ladies get it poppin'.
Jazz in the park.
Short skirts with no stock is from the 303 to the 720. We don't fuck with dirt weed. We smoke that straight throw.
Denver, busting down the brick, gotta watch for District 6, cause I've been hitting licks in Denver. Niggas bumping out they lips.
I like the hook.
I like the hook too, honestly. It's catchy. It's got that catch to it.
No place I'd rather be but Denver. Ain't no place I
New combo jersey. Okay. R.I.P.
V-E to the R. It's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, bitch, it's Young Stars. Broncos on the field, yep. Rockies on the mound, yep. And all around the world, but best believe I rep my town. Got the skyline on my spine, got the city on my back. Why you ain't got no tickets? I got this glizzy on my lap. I keep it 1,000, 2050's how I act. I do this shit no effort. Go keep Grizzly on they ass. Heard this beat and had to eat it. Yeah, I'm ready for chow. 5280s, baby. I be repping the town. My motivation is my babies, and I ain't letting them down. I'm 10 toes to the pavement with my head to the clouds. Try to knock me off my ballin', get a technical foul, and watch my stars bend the corner like a sectional couch. Hitting niggas in the stomach, knocking vegetables out. My gun got more dicks than a homeless life like
in Denver. Busting down the brick, gotta watch for District 6, cause I've been hitting licks in Denver. Niggas bumping out they lips, probably cause I fuck this bitch, it don't get better than this in Denver. Ain't no place I'd rather be but Denver.
Hey, Young Stars.
Ain't no place I wanna go but Denver.
I like it. I like it.
Oh.
And they're still relevant until still together in a group, huh?
That's from 3 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, because a lot of my local favorite artists are either just not in the game anymore or they broke up. And it's unfortunate. I think my favorite song by a local artist that really represented Mile High was Moss. I don't know if you ever heard of Moss with his song Mile High.
I heard this. I think I have heard Mile High actually. You know, my homie Rocky just wrote a song. He got it on TikTok, man. He trying to get people to do the video to it. See if I can pull it up. I think I could pull it up on the YouTube.
A lot of people's local favorite group would probably be Flowbots, but I'd have to say minus Fresh Breath Committee, but they ain't together anymore.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh, there we go. Mile High. Dang. Time flies, man.
Yeah, every time I go to YouTube and I play that song, I'm like, damn.
Time flies.
When I check my fresh, there's nobody fresher than I. 5,280 feet in the sky.
And then this one you got Denver Skateboard.
Oh shit. Which is still there.
I'ma keep it real. Put my city on. Yeah. Cause a lot of people say they will, and I know they won't. And you can hate me still, but I'll be long. I'm so fly, I'm so fly, I'm out. They say what you get paid is considered a profession. And me, myself, I've been representing for more than my section. I got that mayoral congression. I work for perfection. So when they push me, push back. Call that forward progression. I gotta keep an eagle eye on the vultures.
Yeah, this is before. This is pre-championship Denver too.
Yep.
That's hungry.
This is pre-third Super Bowl Denver.
Oh yeah. No, this is right after the Super Bowl, right? Oh no. This is before Peyton Manning even got here. Yeah, right before he got here. Dang, this is Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow Broncos Wiz. It was really hopeful.
Denver's gone through phases.
Yeah.
You can hate me still, but I'll be long. I'm so fly, I'm so fly, I represent for the team, that's what makes me balls. And this type of spot here can't be bought. Do the shit with a shaman boy. These other MCs, they ain't soft. Niggas step their promotions up and swear they be fucking with malls. Only difference is they can talk about the next mixtape, but the shows ain't never going off. Sorry. I'm gonna be rude, but don't compare me to my food. So they know where we stand. Yes, Joseph and Brandon still ride with the crew. They don't doubt me due to the fact that I'm getting my cheese and when I'm out, they moves. People telling me what I'm about to do. They say I'm headed to maximum altitude. I've been patiently waiting for the day that I'm king. And now that it's here, I'm fully focused on one thing. That's put on for my city. Consolidate one thing and stay fresher than a professional. I come clean. When I check my fresh, there's nobody fresher than I. 5,280 feet in the sky. People at the state see my swag and they wonder why I'm so fly, I'm so fly, I'm so fly, I'm out high. I'ma keep it real, put my city on. Cause a lot of people say they will, and I know they won't. And you can hate me still, but I'll be long. I'm so fly, I'm so fly, I'm so fly, I'm out high. Yeah, a mile high, put up on my city. I just tell them a mile high, put up on my city. I'm so fly, when they ask me why, so tell them a mile high.
You know we're gonna play them.
Yeah.
We might as well end out on ours. Leave it with it. Talk about a while ago.
Local classic.
Hey,
It's my favorite local group.
I love them. Yeah, but guys, join us every Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time at the bus stop on Shady Sports Network. We'll be talking sports, we'll be talking rap. I'm gonna just let this play out and then close it. You cool with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I gotta get it. If I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me? Look,
tell me. Oh shit, can I at least get a penny for my thoughts? Can I put my 2 cents in while I'm on the spot? See, I don't swap dimes, but I do bag them. Stopping girls dead in their tracks, I toe tag them. For the G's, I go incredible hope. And when it comes to the trees, I smoke weed by the boat. Blow so cold, I swear my flow froze. All I need some cheese, dros, no, and 4 hoes. I got a vision and I had it for a minute.
Some good days.
So ain't no
Some
stopping
fun
till I'm
days.
winded. Nah, nigga, ain't no stopping till I'm finished. Not going to the end is pointless like popping at the ceiling. Or a chick dropping the top and not revealing the rest of my goodies. Bitch, give me that shit, stop pretending. Nah, but really, bro, see, notes the only letters that I read, man. Y'all don't really feel me, so
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. What I need, dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me?
The only one at VIP with Nikes on my feet, matching shirt and jeans, keep my cipher complete. My shoes is on a mission, like they see my vision, talking they listen. Work a circuit system as we travel the distance. Take me to another town, show them how we get down. Don't give a shit about what they say about us now. Cold in the air, yeah, it must be winter, but no matter the weather, you'll find us in the center of Denver.
Yes, guys, hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe.
Got a booty with class, clashing like a titan when I'm fighting. I'm fighting with my words are pretty certain. I'm making sense. And cents into dollars, don't bother to try to follow. Tough in Colorado when you know your heart is hollow, changing life like a broken bottle. That's right, a broken bottle. Get my life straight to be my own motherfucking role model.
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. What I need, a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me?
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.